Here's the next one. I'm gonna try and make a glide bait. This will not have a lip, and I gotta get it balanced pretty correctly. So let's get this cut out, and then we can glue it to our block of wood. Got this cut out. I'm going to glue it to the wood, and we will take it over to the bandsaw. Got it to here. Gonna get it sanded over here, and then might be able to get this area. I'll probably have to do it by hand, but regardless, we'll get it sanded, and then we will do this direction. Now I'm going to draw the top body line, and we will cut it on the bandsaw. Alright, as you can see, I've made a little bit more progress. Forgot you needed to cut those, did it terribly. Got this on there again. Regardless, let's get this thing cut. Alright, we got it to here. I think it looks great. Next will be to put our gills on there, get everything marked out before we chamfer and carve. So let us do that. Got it to here, and then we will do the carving. Alright, got that on there. I'm going to sand this now, and then I will carve out the gills. Got her sanded to 220. Gills are all in there. So now it's time to sand the gills, and then I will sand the whole thing with 320. I got it looking pretty good. So I need to fastener the eyes in, and then it's gonna be a lead hook, lead, hook. Yeah, I gotta get those in, and then I need to do the notches for the fins and everything, so I'll get those marked out. Alright, and there is the final result before we are going to dip it here. Well, actually, no, I still need to do those, but almost the final result before we're going to dip it here. Test. Alright. It ain't pretty, but it will be functional. And it'll get covered up, so it'll look fine. And there's my little attachment for the back, so there we go. So there are those. Let's get this thing sealed, and then it needs to sit overnight. Let's get this thing sealed up, and then we can get back to working on it tomorrow. Gonna be a good looking lure. Just need to let this dry. Forgot yesterday I needed to cut the bait in half, so I cut it in half and then sealed that part while we wait for it to seal and get these cut out on the bandsaw. All of the hardware made here, all the lead holes, that's been made. Now I just need to glue in all the line ties, and I won't be doing the pivot point until the very end, and I will clear coat it and then drill through the clear coat and then glue it together like that. The fins are done, and I actually tapered them. I still gotta sand them and everything, but for now I'm gonna sand them and then they'll actually get glued in before paint, and then I'll tape them off during paint. Alright, I have the mock-up of the lure ready. Hopefully it'll fit in here. Just barely. Okay. So I'm going to put the hooks on there and everything and see what she does. I think she's going to sink. Yeah, it's a slow sink. I was hoping for that because I made an adjustment hole. Oops. That smaller one there, I intentionally made that so I can take lead out of it. So I'm gonna get the drill bit ready, and yeah, let's take some lead out of the hole. After a lot of back and forth, I actually had to take out a good amount there, but it's a really slow sink, like pretty much suspending. So that's where I want it. Alrighty guys, got it to here actually, because I decided to glue in these guys before paint. Got it UV resined and sanded. Got this one's just super glued in, and then this guy in the back is UV resined in. So we'll just tape that off, tape this, tape that when we paint, and then tape those, tape the paint, tape those. Yeah, should be good to go. Paint time. Let's get to it here. Let's do the other part of the body here. White is all on there on both of them. Up next, I got kind of like a really light brown, like a sand. And this is my reference here. Alright, we got that tan done. Up next is going to be green. It's a really dark green. ready for our copper belly here. Mike died on me, but the show must go on. I threw those on there. So let's see if I can get both of them over here and show you kind of a sneak peek of what it will look like. I'm just going to give it that little bit of blue. We are back and doing fins. So I'm going with a metallic green. Here's a little progress check. I think that looks great. It's like a chrome green, but the tips have like a lighter green on them. It's hard to tell on camera, but it looks good in person. And, I think this looks good. Got all the fins covered in tape, and then this guy is ready for scales. So let's do just that. It's time to do the scale reveal here. Oh yeah. Nice and subtle there. Oh yeah. Very nice. Oh, there we go. Unfortunately, just right there, the tape decided to be strong, so I'm gonna have to go back over it with a little bit of that. But I think this will be perfect if it performs well. So it is my favorite yet most nerve-wracking time. It's time for the scary part, y'all. Okay, as you can see, they're glued in there and UV resined over and cured. So let's glue it to the other side. The final lure, y'all. I think it turned out great. I'm so pleased with this. Connections seem very solid, glued and UV resined. And then I cleared them out so they're nice, and this thing is nice and loose. So only thing to do now is to do the swim test. It's swim test time, not gonna lie. I've already swim tested this, but look at the action there. It works really good. But you know the drill. I'm just gonna walk the pond and try and get me a fish here. Well, we fished for a little while longer and we did not manage to get anything. Saw a couple bass swimming up shallow, but they did not seem to be very hungry, or at least in what I was throwing. So we'll have to give this bait another chance later when it's maybe warmer out. But overall, I'm very happy with the action, and hopefully we can get a big one with it. We'll catch you guys in the next one.